And another point which worries me.
Why should somebody part with his well-earned money?
He said,
believe in the cause.
Wherever there is religion, there is poverty, and religion brings poverty in the country.
We find it the other way around. It is the lack of religion which has caused poverty in Islamic countries, not the religion. When they were religious people, they were the wealthiest people on earth. When you travel back into history, do you have an ascending path or a descending path? This is the most important point to be determined. As far as the religious graph goes, as you go back in history, you find an ascending path. The previous generation was more religious. The previous to them was still more religious. Until you reach Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you find the most highly religious society. Is that correct or wrong? So the religion, when it was acted in its best, attracted the wealth as well, created wealth out of nothingness. And the society which was found by Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam was extremely destitute before Islam was acquired by them, was accepted by them. And when Islam was accepted, they suddenly became very rich. And ultimately they became the richest in the world. Is that not a fact?
It's true.
So, how can you draw exactly the opposite conclusion? When religion was truly followed and was in practice, then wealth also followed the religious people. Like a bondage girl. But when they abandoned their religion, then the wealth also left them. This is a general phenomenon. Except by way of trials, the Holy Quran also mentions that phenomenon. Sometimes the people, when they become irreligious, they are tried with wealth. Suddenly they find themselves in opulence. And then they do misdeeds and show that they were not worthy of wealth. That is a different phenomenon altogether. But this question is not valid. That has been proved.
Last point he made was, which I don't agree at all. He said your religion was practicable 1400 years ago, but at the moment you can see nobody is practicing it.
Why don't you tell him that you are practicing?
I told him about Rabban.
No, about yourself.
About myself as well. He knows me, my example.
So, what did he say?
He was not really fully satisfied.
What a poor assessment he has made of you.
People do that, I don't mind.
I think it's totally wrong. You set a very good example of being a good Muslim, rather a simple Muslim for that matter, but clever inside.
What's the difference between simple and being clever? You just said that yesterday.
You have demonstrated
and I was thinking already today.
You have already demonstrated it. In the poetic terms, I can quote Ghalib. सादगी व पुरकारी, बेखुदी व होशियारी, हुस्न को तगाफुल में जुर्रत आजमा पाया. Have you followed it?
Being sada, I don't know that.
Okay. So let's change the subject to come to a serious question now.
Small question, sir.
Small questions are very interesting, these small questions.
Well, this